What is up, champions? GreatJman Gaming here. So I had a roster walkthrough video all done, but then the feud came around and the perks were changed, and feud was not good. So it kind of made me rethink what I am doing with my roster right now. As far as women are concerned, Bailey still works because she has the stun. She can recycle the sub, so that's fine. Molly's a little slow, like a lot slower. So I'm gonna have to look into maybe an alternate build for her, like using the Snowfall slash finisher. But multi-gems also got nerfed, so again, not really sure. I'll keep her. She still feuds okay. I think IOW Charlotte is pretty done. She's good for cleanup, but like against other 5-star gold, maybe not. But then again, a faction mate showed me a 6-star build with her, running double green blue, but you need the La Familia plate. Naomi actually feuded pretty well with her gem damage. Liv is still fine. I was confidently pushing Steph, but now that she doesn't get those multi-gems, this build doesn't work as well. I think I'm still kind of stuck pushing her because I don't have a lot of other options at Striker. I'm going to push Boss, or sorry, Goat Bex. And I'll probably still push Motu Bex because I don't really have other options at Powerhouse. So I think feud for women's just going to be a bit of a struggle moving forward for a bit. There's no one else really down there that I would consider moving up over who I'm already moving up, so it doesn't really change a lot. Men though, Seth or KO to 6-star was going to be my choice, but I'm kind of actually leaning KO just for the huge damage. Seth is still good, at least he recycles his sub. Gable I really like for both Showdown and Feud, so he'll go up. Rocker's going to go up. As far as Hall of Fames, I'm not really sure. Probably my Acro will still be Warrior, even though he's a touch on the slow side. I really love Kali. I love this card. He's really, really good. Pardon me, great damage. Really good moves. Easy to refill, so I like him. Probably my Hall of Fame is still going to be Snoop. The ones who've dropped off for me, though, like DX Sean and, Luger, just with the feud changes, like DX Sean doesn't pack as much punch because multi-gems. Luger, I think, is just toast in feud now because he doesn't recycle the sub, and the sub doesn't do enough damage, so you can't turn 1 people, and so now you're stuck looking at turn 2 recycle, turn 3 hit the sub again, turn 4 recycle. It's just too long. So I'm kind of over Lex, unfortunately. The guy I'm going to look at after Rocker is this guy, Mankind, because the power gems are still in the meta. Stevie maybe as well, because like finishers get 75% damage, and I have the NWO plate on him and everything, so he's probably going to be an attitude guy I'll move up. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to rethink this whole thing. I'm just going to sort by class real quick. So, whoops. Again, I think Striker, just focusing on Dusty, Apex, and Mankind should be kind of safe. And maybe ETV Seth, because that finisher bonus. If I unlock his second gear, he should be good to go. There's no one else in the Striker I really want to push. For Powerhouse, like I say, I think Seth or KO and Stevie. Sheamus, no. Sika, no. Bushwhackers are too far down there, I think, for me. Otis is a guy I may push up. I was using him in Showdown, and I really like that +7 purple MP link. He can fill his purple moves easy, and so he can smash pretty decent damage. And so, yeah, I might take him 5-star for Showdown purposes. There's no other than this IOW trainer, there's not really anyone else I want to take up for Powerhouse. Trickster, like I say, I'm all about Kali. That's about all I have, and maybe Trick Ray, because he's still gem damage based and he's got the kick out, so I think he'll be safe. Other than that, there's not really a lot. Maybe Snoop, but like he's way down there and I don't have his gear, so kind of gonna leave it at that. Acro, I'm gonna focus on Warrior. I was gonna focus on DX Sean, but I think he's dropped down quite a lot with feud perks changing as they have. He's not gonna pack nearly as much punch. Maybe Dominic. Heal gems did get a buff, as much as I think he's a weenie. His heal move set. If I can get the La Familia plate, he'd be pretty good. So maybe Dominic as a long-term guy. I don't really see too much other options there. As far as Showboat, I think Montez has dropped off a little. I think Gable's better, and Luger is no longer viable, I don't think. Because he was only good for feud, and he's no longer viable in feud. And Gable's got those beefy protects, and protects are very meta right now, and he's got a great showdown link. Maybe Motu Ray, because I have his plates, and I think heal gems are now pretty good, so that might be a long-term thing to look at. Other than that, yeah, not... Oh, Bulldog. Yeah, I don't mind building him. I will build him. I like his bleed, and he does good damage and good recycle with the bleed, so I'll do that. I honestly think I may end up going back a little bit to Dragon, because, yeah, he's slower, but he's safe with the countdown gems. They didn't really get nerfed in feud too much. So maybe I'll go back to Dragon and Snoop as my main trickster type guys. Possibly Priest. I mean, he's got a decent finisher and he's got decent bleed. Tricksters definitely took a hit because a lot of them are sub and or multi-gem based. So, like Edge I've never really looked at, but I don't have his gear nor a good strap for him. So if I get one of those things, maybe. Peter Maivia, I think, is too low of damage to really be viable, although the finisher buff might help him a little bit. I could put the Sheik plate on him, I guess. There's that option. Other than that, yeah, Roman, I guess, with the Hellsteel, but I don't like Hellsteel. It's not my style of gameplay. I just don't really love Roman. Hall of Fame Sheik with, like, maybe the Uso cap might be something to look at. Maybe Botch Gem build with Phantom Taker. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Just have to rethink this whole roster now with feud perks being changed. It really does kind of hurt losing out on super subs and multi-gems. So you kind of got to look at prioritizing gem damage or recycling subs or just take a different approach. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.